Good afternoon, everyone. This has been exciting 3 days in the SAX Forum. And now I'm more than happy to get started with one of our highlights of the whole event, at least from our EIT Health perspective. We will have a deep dive into the Startup Rescue Instrument. But before that, just to recap a bit, EIT Health was built in 2015 to strengthen the healthcare systems in Europe, to promote better health of citizens, and to contribute to a sustainable health economy in Europe. And that's what we will look into right now. In my introductory welcome speech 2 days ago, I highlighted that we are covering whole Europe and that we are present all over Europe. And I think that also was a strength of ours in the rescue instrument call, because we could attract companies from all over Europe. Since our foundation and start in 2015, we have 4 main elements. We support companies, partners, institutions all over Europe. It's this time talking about companies and startups with access to knowledge, access to stakeholders, access to market, and access to finance. And in our Accelerator, we do that through different programs. And I'm more than happy that Cürten is joining me now as a head of Accelerator at EIT Health to provide you some more insights and details. Hand over to Joy. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Kurt, and thank you all for joining us today to hear a little bit more about the insights of the Accelerator at EIT Health. The Accelerator has been around since 2016, and you can see that our supply chain for the Accelerator goes from idea to takeoff and success. Of course, that's not without hard work, and the way that we structure our support is through various stages called incubate, validate, scale, and scale out. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit more about each of these segmentation experiences and how startups and investors, of course, are involved within the Accelerator. On the next slide, you'll see that the startups achievements that we have achieved since 2016, when we first supported our startups, are pretty amazing, if I could say so myself. We've supported over 758 startups and begun to help support them raise investments of more than 248 million. We're seeing a huge increase in the support of our startup investments based on the fact that we support companies from a very early stage, like incubate. Since we, as well as our startups, are growing with us in terms of the success we have, we're more than happy to support companies at their earlier incubate stages, and have done so by running 6 bootcamp programs within 2020, such as Validation Lab, API Bootcamp, and MedTech Bootcamp, as well as other programs such as Kaiser Impulse that support the startups at their idea stage and very intensively train them to not only work on their business plans and their business models, but also to get out of the door, but more recently, since the COVID crisis, get out of their virtual house. As usual, and especially because of the crisis, it's been very important for these companies, these young companies, to be able to engage with their externals. And in light of the crisis for 2021, we have launched a bootcamp call to support companies that are looking for ways to end the pandemic and work on future ideas. Within the next stage of the Accelerator, we're working on validating our startups' ideas and support them through a variety of different programs, such as the Living Labs and Test Beds program, our mentoring coaching network, as well as ways to access data information within Digital Sandbox and access partners, such as in our Startup Meets Pharma program. One element to note is that most of these validation programs, such as Living Labs and the Mentoring Coaching Network, can be utilized at various different stages of maturity, because startups at a variety of periods in their lifetime will need to validate their their assumptions by getting in touch with clinical hospitals, getting in touch with their users, and testing out these assumptions, as I had just mentioned. Of course, we do also provide an exciting program that was mentioned on the previous slide called Head Start, which awards companies with 50,000 euro grants. And especially in the wake of the crisis, we had launched a special COVID-19 program to support companies in need of immediate funding so that they can advance their products quicker onto the market, which is actually the entire reason why Head Start has been supported. We had the luck to support these companies, and of course, the next stage of the development within the Accelerator is our Scale program. In the Accelerator, our Scale programs really support our companies to be visible, such as within European Health Catapult, or to connect internationally to up their sales in new international markets, such as Bridgehead. Of course, our Gold Track program for the companies of just 6 steady state companies, a very prestigious program with highly individualized mentorship, is really catapulting our startups that are more mature into developing their programs and being more competitive within Europe. However, none of this could be possible without attracting funding. And therefore, through the investor network and our crowdfunding platform, we help startups to be matched with investors and provide startups with the means to use financial tools to advance the maturation of their company. The access to finance tools of EIT Health have been maturing as the Accelerator matures itself. Within Investor Network, we are working with now more than 38 venture capital and business angel networks that manage more than 2.6 billion. We're actively looking for more involved individuals from the venture capital and business angel sector to help us co-advance our products and form syndicates with each other. Of course, within the crowdfunding platform, we provide this access to European citizens, such as doctors and members of the scientific community, to actually be able to support their companies and their products that they see most advancing in the healthcare space. As well as the Venture Center of Excellence, which is supporting high potential scale-ups to get larger rounds of capital. And these rounds of capital, which are maybe prior not even able to be found in Europe, make the European state much more competitive. Of course, in the wake of the crisis, when it began, we asked ourselves, what can we do for EIT Health and our community? We found the Startup Rescue Instrument, which we will go into in a few slides from now. But there have also been other initiatives that EIT has worked on due to the COVID-19 crisis, including elements of community response, rapid response, and initiatives within the alumni network. I want to give you a brief overview of what we have done here. On the next page, you will see what we've been doing in terms of a community response. The community response page allows our EIT Health partners, which are members of the health community and industry, as well as universities across all of the nation states, and how each of these elements and entities contributed. It was a great way to find the strength within our network. Of course, our EIT Health initiative within the community was enabled to bring institutions together and to find active collaborators, and EIT Health became a central platform for European experts, mentors, coaches, and people that were willing to engage and support the greater European crisis. We also were able to launch a rapid response on the subject of COVID-19, which had more than 156 applications and has awarded more than 15 projects with almost $500,000 per project. This rapid response call was a true testament to the hard work of all members of the community. Of course, our Head Start initiative on COVID-19 was also very popular and contributed to the great support that we will hopefully see in several years from now. Within Head Start, we provide startups with small funding grants to be able to launch their products faster onto the market. These startups that were now awarded with Head Start grants will be given $50K to support with their projects for 6 months of time for the remaining period of 2020. The startups that are now available and able to be found on the Sachs platform can be viewed, and their videos are definitely worth watching. I suggest that you look at any of these companies to see what they are doing to support the greater efforts, and I hope that you were curious as I was when I began to read these names. The Startup Rescue Instrument, a project that I am very happy to have been a part of, was founded due to the crisis and only applies to startups that have had investment rounds directly affected by the COVID-19 crisis. For the Startup Rescue Instrument, we were looking for companies that had TRLs of higher than 4 in biotech and higher than 6 in medtech and digital health, that were young and incorporated on or after 2013, and that had a private co-investor that would support and invest 50% of the value of the EIT Health grant. Within the next 6 to 9 months, these companies will be supported via milestone payments to reach their success and to advance their products that they could not have done due to their very intense financial need that was strengthened by the crisis. We are very proud of the timeline that we have achieved and hope that our startups will be happy to begin as soon as these signatures have started. With the crisis having been full-blown in the period of March, we were able to publish a call within mid-May and received over 300 registered webinar attendees. Our applications included more than 120 competitive elements, and we were able to process through and finally select 11 stunning applications. But of course, none of this could have been done without the support from all of the members of the EIT and EIT Health community. I'd like to ask Kurt Höller, our Director of Business Creation, to give us some more insight about how we were able to navigate the stormy waters within the period of March, and how the members of the EIT and the European Commission supported us in supporting our startups.
Thank you so much, Joy, for giving these insights on the Accelerator as such, the overall Accelerator portfolio, but also recapturing what we have done in the past month to make this Startup Rescue Instrument a reality. And indeed, you just pointed out that the crisis started in March, And then mid of May, we have published a call that might sound like a pretty long time just to launch such a little call. But I can tell you that, or Joy, you know, because you and your team have been always closely involved with everyone outside, everyone who is listening now. I can tell you guys that this was a hard piece of work to put everything together. So we already, mid of March, we got the first feedback from companies in our portfolio that they really struggled with closing their almost closed investment rounds, and that they saw really strong and big difficulties in moving ahead. And that was the moment where we thought ourselves, we had already set up some support instruments for companies that were active within the field of COVID-19. As Joy has pointed out, the Head Start support, where we provided 50,000 euro vouchers, the rapid response, where we within a few weeks transferred several €100,000 for each project. But those companies that really suffered from not receiving these investments, there was no program at all that would be able to support them. The only country actually that then a bit later introduced such a program was France, but in all other countries there was nothing. So therefore, we had that idea, and we discussed with the other KICs. As you know, EIT Health is one of 8 knowledge and innovation communities in the EIT family. So we also discussed with the other colleagues from digital, from energy, from climate, how their companies are affected, and they all confirmed basically the same. Then we brought forward that idea of an instrument, and EIT presented that idea to the European Commission. And that was a very inspiring moment when Commissioner Gabriel announced on May 11th that the Commission will provide 60 million euro to save companies that are stuck in their financing rounds. And part of that money, part of those 60 million euro, then went to EIT Health. So we were able to then immediately, right after that was announced, to publish the call and to get the process kicked off. And now we have the great moment where we are finally able to announce the winners. We have run through the selection process. It was confirmed through all the boards, and now we will move forward. And Joy, how are you feeling? All good? Excited? Joy is still on mute, but yes, I see her thumbs up. So let's move forward. That's the reward for many, many weeks and months of very hard work. But first, let's look on the countries where the companies are coming from. We received 121 applications, and we get a pretty good European coverage. So you can see that there are several countries where our companies are coming from. And the first one is Moovoods. Congratulations to Marcus from Moovoods. It's a Spanish company. We know them very well. They have been part of many EIT Health programs before. They have started in our European Health Catapult 2017 and in our Go Global programs. Just last week, they won the MedTech Live competition that I moderated. But Marcus was so kind to also give us a quick reply.
Hi, and thank you so much for the great news. We at Movood are happy and proud to have such a great new partner. My name is Marcus Williams. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Movood. We are a growth stage medical device company targeting intestinal transit disorders with a novel, purely physical, non-drug and non-invasive solution. Our device has the potential to change the lives of over 250 million people in Europe and the United States, and is already CE certified, clinically proven and on the market. We just started fundraising to fuel our international expansion when COVID hit. As a result, investment activity slowed down and investors were taking more time to take decisions. Thanks to the investment of EIT Health and 4M Medical, we can now have the runway to successfully close this investment round and really make an impact. If you also want to be a part of our team and invest in our company, don't hesitate to contact us. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, Marcus. And the next company is coming from Ireland. It's Cürten Medical. Cürten Medical is a company that we haven't heard before. So that's really a company from outside that just reacted on our call and was selected. And let's hear what Brian has to say.
My name is Brian Shields. I'm the CEO of Cürten Medical, where we're developing therapies for treating chronic nasal inflammatory diseases, the first of which is the treatment of rhinitis patients by ENT surgeons in an office environment. Our target market is severe non-allergic and severe perennial allergic patients, with an approximate market size in the US alone of $2.1 billion. We've successfully run our first in-human trial in the US, where our rhinitis neurolysis therapy is performed successfully on all patients, resulting in a significant symptom reduction in both allergic and non-allergic patient groups at 1 and 3 month follow-ups. We're currently in discussion with a number of European and US life science VC firms to lead our Series B. COVID-19 has prevented face-to-face meetings, which has slowed down this process. The EIT Startup Rescue Instrument enables us to continue our clinical research in our sham control study beginning later this quarter, in preparation for market launch early next year.
Thank you so much, Brian. It's great having you on board, you and Cürten Medical. For the next company, we will go to Sweden. And in Sweden, we have someone who is very much familiar with EIT Health and whom we know very well. Elia Pharma has joined EIT Health in 2016 when Evelina was among the winners of the European Health Catapult. And it's amazing to see her development and how great she moved forward and developed her company. And I'm also now very much looking forward to Evelina's reply.
Hi, I'm Evelina. I'm CEO and co-founder of Elia Pharma. We develop next-generation biologics to treat wounds in skin and mucosa. We have a technology platform and generated 6 own drug candidates to date and address the important indications in difficult-to-heal skin wounds and inflammatory bowel disease. We see more and more projects in cell and gene therapy coming, and it's really new ways of addressing old unmet medical needs with no or few treatment options today. COVID has impacted our clinical trial in April. It was resumed in May and is now on track. And the report from this trial is our next value-generating milestone. EIT Health recognized the potential in our innovations already early on. And with this funding instrument, we were able to raise further private capital even in these times. So thanks so much, and we look forward to the next achievements.
Thank you, Evelina. Always a pleasure to have you on board. For the next company, we go to Spain, all sides. Nicolas and his team, still a pretty small team, but they have developed a great technology that he will present now himself.
Hello, this is Nicolas from Allside. We are super excited to be selected by EIT Health for their COVID-19 startup support program. Our goal at Allside is to ensure that every cancer patient gets the best possible treatment. And we do this by leveraging our pharmacoscopy high-content imaging platform that allows us to profile anti-cancer drug action directly in live human tumor specimen with unprecedented single-cell resolution. So far, we have been using our platform mostly in the context of translational research programs in pharma partnerships. And we are now gearing up to develop a fully IVD certified version of pharmacoscopy for routine personalized medicine use in the clinic. COVID-19 struck us right at the beginning of our fundraising activities, and through the EIT program, we can now reach our funding goals much quicker and even expand the program. So thanks a lot to the team.
Thank you, Nicolas. Now, for the number 5, we will go to Switzerland, Volumina Medical. And I can tell you, when I first saw this video yesterday, so we asked all the companies to provide us a very quick response. I must say, I would like to share the office with Amélie, but it's not only the office that is amazing, it's also the company. Amélie.
Hello, my name is Amélie. I'm founder and CEO of Volumina Medical. We develop an innovative biomaterial for regenerative medicine. It is a potential game changer, and our first target is breast reconstruction after cancer. Before COVID-19, we were about to start raising our Series A for conducting clinical trials, but everything has been postponed to 2021. Thanks to the EIT Health Rescue Instrument, we will continue and accelerate our product development and be in a better position to raise a significant amount of money in 2021. If you are willing to participate to this fundraising, please contact me. Thank you very much to the entire team of the EIT Health Rescue Instrument.
Thank you, Amelie. That was even a quick video production within only a few hours that we gave you guys to come back with the reaction. Next one will be in UK. Will be coming from UK. And despite Brexit, we decided that we also would support our friends in UK and of course Ireland, which is one organization. Next company is Orthox. And I'm very much looking forward to Nick's reply.
Hello, I'm Nick Scare, founder and chief executive of Orthox, a clinical stage spin-out from Oxford University, and we're delighted to have secured the backing of the EIT Health Startup Rescue Instrument. To date, Orthox has raised over 18 million euros to develop our FiberFix technology, the only implant platform capable of both regenerating and functionally restoring human cartilage. The unique capacity of our FiberFix implants to provide load-bearing, lubricated mechanics with long-term cartilage tissue regrowth means swifter surgical procedures, shorter patient rehabilitation, and robust, reliable long-term performance, leading to prevention of osteoarthritis, a disease which costs the European economy up to 800 billion euros every year. The COVID crisis required us to halt manufacture, close our premises, and restructure our funding drive. And EIT Health's investment, together with an EIC Accelerator award we secured this month, provides over 3 million euros of funding dedicated to restarting manufacture of our FiberFix implants in a COVID-secure environment, delivering them into an EU market approval clinical study, and relaunching Orthox's Series B funding drive.
Thank you. That was Nick from Orthox. Now we are going to Israel for the next company. HD Bioimaging is winner number 7. And we are looking forward to hear some insights from Shani.
Hello, my name is Shani Toledano, co-founder and CEO of HD Bioimaging. HD Bioimaging is here to help doctors not miss cancer with an imaging modality that is safe, highly accurate, and produces immediate results. Our system is the first medical imaging that based on heat diffusion to be used at the point of care and in the operation rooms. Since COVID-19, we have decided to accelerate a veterinary imaging product based on our technology in order to shorten the time to market as no FDA or CE approvals are needed. The AT support us to complete R&D to go to the vet market next year and to continue working on our main goal, which is to save people's lives by developing a scalable business with powerful growth potential. Thank you, EAT team, for choosing us and for investing in HD Bioimaging. We are very excited to have you as our partners, and thanks again for this opportunity. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Shani. The next company is coming from the Netherlands, and we know them since 2017 when they have won one of our Head Start awards. Congratulations to MR Guidance. And let's get a little tour through the office from MR Guidance by Roel.
Hello, my name is Roel Raadgever. I'm co-founder of MRI Guidance. At MRI Guidance, we make software that visualizes both bone and soft tissue from a single MRI exam. Don't they look good from the inside? Now, imaging all human tissues without the use of harmful radiation. Who would want that? Well, the patient for sure, and the orthopedic surgeons who need high quality 3D images of the bones for the treatment planning and guidance. but also the big medtech companies who make navigation systems and surgery robots. That is the future of surgery, and with our images, we enable it. Now, this bridge investment allows us to keep our momentum. Thank you, EIT Health team, for making it possible. And if you want to learn more and want to join in our Series A investment, go to mriguidance.com and contact us.
Thank you so much, Raul. For the next company, we are going now back to Switzerland again. And there we will meet Hemotune. Let's see how Lucas is presenting his company.
Hi, my name is Lucas and I'm the CEO of Hemotune. We develop a revolutionary blood purification technology based on magnetic beads. Our first product is for sepsis, a devastating immune response to an infection such as by bacteria or also the coronavirus. Sepsis is one of the deadliest and most expensive diseases and is responsible for 1 in 5 of all global death. With our solution, we can very precisely purify the blood to save those patients. As many others, we had to shut down our labs in the last month and mostly work from home. With the support of EIT Health, we can now speed up our development to be in the clinics as fast as possible. Join us in our fight against sepsis.
Thank you so much, Lucas. For the next company, we go to Germany, to lovely Erlangen, which is Portabilis. And there, I would like to ask Ralf to give some feedback.
I'm Ralf Steidl, CEO of Portabilis Healthcare Technologies. We are building a game changer in the treatment of Parkinson's patients. Mobile Gait Lab is an AI-driven decision support system that will significantly improve symptom control in Parkinson's disease. During our Series A round, we were hit by the COVID-19 crisis as investors were focusing on their existing portfolios. We managed to finalize our medical device approval, but our ambitious goals for market access and product improvement were at risk. EIT Health's rescue instrument helps us to meet our milestones. We are still in our Series A round. We raised more than 800,000 euro up to now, but still are looking for 1 million euro. Join us with EIT Health on our journey towards better healthcare for Parkinson's patients, and big thanks to EIT Health for choosing us.
Thank you so much, Ralf. That was Portabilis Healthcare Technologies, and we know them because they have been part of the European Health Catapult 2019 and have made it into the semi-finals there. Good luck, Ralf. And then, actually, I have to admit, we are already coming to the last company. In total, we were able to support 11 companies, and the 11th one is coming from UK, and we also know them very well because we have supported them since 2017 when they have been among the winners of our European Health Catapult. Congratulations to Mike from Oxford Endovascular. Mike, now the floor is yours.
Hello everybody. I'm Mike Kareem, the CEO of Oxford Endovascular. We're developing a cure for brain aneurysms, weaknesses in blood vessels in the brain. 1 in 50 people have brain aneurysms, and ruptures will kill or leave people with brain damage. Using origami engineering concepts, we are developing Oxiflow, a next-generation flow diverter, to cure brain aneurysms, overcoming the adverse events of old-fashioned devices. The COVID crisis means that hospitals are not ready to run a study. So we will develop an even more advanced version of Oxiflow following winning the EIT Health Rescue instrument and be ready for design freeze. We're also working to raise further funds that will support gaining human data, offering strong exit potentials. So please contact me if you're interested to join our life-saving journey.
Thank you, Mike. That was our 11 companies that have succeeded in the rescue instrument, and here is it all together again. And I have to correct myself. Allsight is coming from Austria, to my knowledge, not Spain, as I said before. So that's the winners. Let's celebrate them together, and please try to get in touch with them. Of course, we will publish the contact data. There is a press release being sent out in 10 minutes, and yeah, I think they all have demonstrated in a very tough, very insightful and very deep selection process where we involved investment managers and VCs from all over the world, also from the Boston area and other countries, where they have demonstrated that they are extremely well positioned, and they really only struggled with their financing round due to the crisis. And most of them are still looking for investments. So I think they are extremely hot candidates to right away get in touch and maybe also contribute some further investments. I can give you one insight. Within one session, one of the investors that were sitting in the jury just immediately flagged a conflict of interest because he just decided to invest himself directly. So I think that's a good signal and a good symbol that it really would make sense to look deeper into those 11 extremely powerful, strong, and promising companies. Then let's see what else I can offer to you. So if you now would like to see some more of this type of companies, we have our European Health Catapult, or EIT Health Catapult, that we are running since 2016. So far, we have awarded 189 startups. It's running over 5 years now. 250 investors have been involved today in jury meetings, in sessions, one-on-one sessions with the companies. And overall, we have engaged a community of more than 2,500 representatives within EIT Health to interact with those startups. Now, the selection process as such is very thorough. So we have selections going on in all our regional offices. We have seven regional offices. First, companies apply there with a written application. Then the best ones are invited for a pitch already there. In the live pitch, we have investors that then pick the best ones, the top 2 candidates for each category: medtech, biotech, and digital health. And then we see in total 14 per category, 42 in total, pitching in those semifinals. And in those semifinals, we really prepare the companies through a 3 days workshop to really point out and carve out the things that are interesting to investors so that they can deliver the perfect investor pitch. And on the 3rd day, we not only invite the jury members to select the top companies that then go further to the finals, we also invite investors to get into one-on-one meetings with those companies. This year, that will be a bit more tricky due to the online edition, but I would highly encourage you to get part of it. And then usually in December, we invite the seven top companies from each semifinal to our annual assembly, the European EIT Health Summit. And there they have something that they never would achieve otherwise. There they have the unique opportunity to pitch in front of 1,000 top representatives of the most important European players in the healthcare ecosystem, all sitting in one room, and the top companies pitching on stage in front of all those key players. So that's something that we usually do. This last year, it was 2019 in Paris at the Palais Brongniart, and the awarding ceremony was in the town hall of the city of Paris. It was an amazing event. So now, what we will do this year in 2020? We cannot have this type of a physical event. That's totally impossible. But we still want to make sure that our companies interact with our industry partners. We have top industry partners or top industry players in Europe in pharma, medtech, digital health, the top universities, involving the university hospitals, top research organizations. Also payers are involved, incubators, clusters, cities and regions. And if you look to those numbers, you can easily see that we really, in our network and in our partnership, we have global top players that will be present in this type of event. You can see a few logos if you didn't believe me so far. So what we will do this year is we will move online, of course. There is no other choice, but we also want to invite you. So in the end of October, from 21st to 23rd, we will have all 3 semifinals in a row. So there is technical rehearsals and, as I said, also the preparation of the teams before. But I would highly encourage you to mark the October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd in your calendar. And if that's too much, then just have a look what you're most interested in. If you're interested in biotech, then 21st. If you're interested in medtech, then 22nd. And if you're interested in digital health, then 23rd. And it's rather easy. You just get in touch with us, and you will get a personal invitation to sign up for that event. Last year, our winner got the logo on the New York Times Square, sponsored by NASDAQ. Let's see how we do that this year. So at least some physical touch to the online meetings would be nice, like this. But I'm pretty much looking forward to that. Now it's time to close and conclude. I'm really excited about both the outcome of the rescue instrument that we presented right now, but also the 3 days of that SACS forum focusing on COVID-19 and the outcome and also the impact on startups and investors. And I really would like to thank the SACS Associates team that has done such an amazing job. So Leonard Sachs, who brought up that idea and discussed that idea with us to organize that kind of conference series in an online format, but also all the team in the background, Thomas, Valentin, and all the others that have supported us so much and have ensured that everything works smoothly and fine. So I think it was really a big success, and congratulations to everyone. Now, finally, let's congratulate again all the companies, all the startups that we have seen that have presented not only in the rescue instrument, but also in the online videos that are available on the platform. If you haven't done so far, please make sure to go back to the platform and have a look to the videos. You also can watch several panel discussions and meetings on the LinkedIn channel from SACS Associates. So if you go back there, you can recap even if you haven't registered for the event itself. It will be there, and you can get access there. Thank you so much, everyone. We are even a bit ahead of time. That allows me to give back to Joy if you still want to add with a few final words from my point of view. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We hope you get in touch with our companies, and we look forward to speaking to you. Thank you for your time.